Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops, talking Ben Simmons, y'all. And I gotta tell you, man, every time I look, week by week, this Ben Simmons situation gets more peculiar. Like, seriously, man, this situation takes so many twists and turns, man. I was legit about to make a video slamming this dude for quitting on the Nets, and then I see this headline.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And I was honestly like, damn, was this man telling the truth about his back the whole time? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man, the consensus around the country is that he was faking that job. Or at least, overreacting about his back. That was the consensus. But this man is having surgery on his back now. I don't know too many people that are petty enough to have surgery on his back. So I kind of feel kind of bad, just a little bit, because honestly, I was just like everyone else roasting this man when he sat out Game 4. I was laughing harder than Jim Carrey. Like most NBA fans that just wanted to see a good series, I was more disappointed than that dude off of Spider-Man.
A human spider, that's it? That's the best you got?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
But to now see that this man is having surgery that's going to have him out 3 to 4 months, I gotta leave room to be wrong, man. I gotta leave room to be wrong. And it makes you wonder, dude. It makes you wonder just about how we treat athletes in this country sometimes. They make so much money, they get so much fame, they get so much glory that we just expect them to shrug everything off and play no matter what. And they legit may have something going on. That is crazy, man. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that bell for more videos. Thank you so much for the continued support. Now, to be fair, I don't think this situation or this surgery totally exonerates him from the way he handled things with the Sixers, man. He's always going to have that scarlet letter on him for just bailing on the Sixers the way he did. And that's one of the reasons why he got criticized for not playing in the playoffs for the Nets. It was because he went through so much to get away from Philadelphia. And then when he finally got away from Philadelphia, he still wasn't playing, okay? And he still was kind of misleading about whether he's going to play or not. And it was just, it was just a mess, a PR mess, to be honest with you. But for him to take the surgery or have the surgery, that's a huge move in the right direction, because people like Reggie Miller, people like Stephen A. Smith, even if they don't believe him completely, and even now I have my doubts about the situation, but even if you don't completely believe him, you gotta back off when someone's having surgery, when someone's going under the knife, under anesthesia, having their body cut open, extending their delay from basketball for 4 months potentially. That's not something you want to deal with. You gotta give him some space on that, because basketball players don't mess with their backs. D-Rob is one of my favorite players of all time, my favorite player of all time, and he had back problems throughout his career. I can't remember if he had full-blown surgery, but I'm pretty sure he had some type of procedures done, and he was never quite the same. So for this guy to mess with his back, it's probably pretty serious. Now, if you're a real big conspiracy theorist, I guess you could make the argument that this is like a last-ditch effort for him to save face. Ben Simmons to save face, and not necessarily save face, but to save money, because I'm pretty sure he has some ongoing investigation or situation with the Sixers where he's trying to get more money back that he lost because they were suspending him for sitting out, yada yada yada. So if you go and have a surgery, you can prove, or at least make it look like you can prove, that hey, you had a legitimate reason to sit out, a legitimate injury made you sit out, and he has a whole bunch of mental health things going on as well, which again, and I said this in other videos, I don't like to really tease someone about that, about the mental health side of things, because that's something we can't see. a psychiatrist or a psychologist needs to evaluate that and diagnose that. We can't see that from the outside looking in. So that's just that's not a fair thing for us to do against a guy. So like I said before, man, sometimes we just got to pump our brakes on things, and we could be still right about this, but we could be wrong, man. And when people have these types of surgeries, you got to kind of wonder, like, man, maybe we did overreact a little bit. Maybe we did, crucify this man too soon. Now, I know what the Spurs fans are thinking, because this is mainly a Spurs channel. It's true, I'm trying to expand a little bit, do a little bit more NBA topics, but my specialty, is the San Antonio Spurs. So I know what people are thinking. Like, have I changed my stance on whether, the Spurs should pursue Ben Simmons? Not saying he's available, and not saying we would want him, after his back surgery. But, seeing that, he didn't quite quit on the Nets, would that change my mind? And that my answer is hell no. I still don't want him on this team. And it was always because I felt like he was too close to the player that Murray has become. And I'm not saying Murray has had a better career than Ben Simmons at this point. But as of right now, as of this video, right now, Murray is better. Okay, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. That's better than anything Ben Simmons has done up to this point. Now, if Murray can add some consistency to that, then clearly he's better than Ben Simmons for half the price. That was the huge thing, half the price, man. So that's why, I've always, never wanted Ben Simmons on the San Antonio Spurs. And he was a diva. And I still think he's a diva, but this helps his image a little bit more, seeing that he did have a legit back injury and wasn't just being a little punk or a little sissy, not wanting to play, in the playoffs. Either way, at the end of the day, man, the people that are hurting the most is the Nets organization. Sweet Jesus, man. You get Harden and you match him up with Durant and Kyrie. Then Kyrie pulls this whole bull jive over the jab, and he missed most of the season. You don't build chemistry with KD, so when they get to the playoffs, they don't have any chemistry. KD's carrying them all year. Then he gets hurt a couple times, and then in the playoffs, he runs out of gas. And then you get rid of Harden, and then you get Ben Simmons, who can't play. And now he's going to be out even longer, okay? They say he's going to be ready for training camp, but man, listen, when you're dealing with a back injury, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how surgery is going to happen. And if Ben Simmons is having the mental blocks that he claimed he has coming off of back surgery and not playing basketball for pretty much close to a year, that's not going to help your mental block. So I'm like, man, this situation has gotten worse. I mean, excuse me, Ben Simmons, reputation may have been helped by this, but man, the Nets organization is hurt, and Ben Simmons' stock is lower than it's ever been. Alright guys, that's it for this one. This video ran way longer than I wanted to, but it's an interesting topic, man. Even as a Spurs fan, this is an interesting topic to talk about, especially since a year ago, most Spurs fans wanted this guy, and look at the situation now. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Check out the other videos on the channel, and I will catch you in the comments. Peace.